So in my family, you couldn't actually give a gift to anybody without including a poem. And knowing everybody in my family, all of the poems were sarcastic and made comments about, something that had happened during the year or something embarrassing that somebody had done. And so we still do that as a family. If we give a gift, we pick names. They all come with a poem still to commemorate the year that's gone by.
Hi, Christy here. Probably one of my favorite holiday memories is a tradition that we do together, and I put up some pictures here. We all travel as a family. We pick the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we all go up to Sparta to one of the local tree farms there, and we spend the day visiting, eating, enjoying the scenery and touring around, and then we go out on the tree farm and pick our Christmas tree for the year together as a family. And as you can tell, we tend to make it pretty much a wild, fun day, but that's a great tradition that we have together.
One year I came downstairs on Christmas Eve and my parents were playing with my gift that I got the next day for Christmas.
Shortly after we got married, I convinced my mother-in-law to get a live tree. They'd never had a live tree before. They'd never had stockings before, so I made them stockings. And the stuffed pig that my husband gave to me for an engagement present got to wear a Santa hat, which we replaced with all the bows from all the presents. And he sat under the tree watching for Santa Claus to come. And the reindeers. So that was one of my favorite Christmases.
When we used to go to church as kids, the church used to give away the small brown bags with oranges and apples and candy and different types of nuts, and that was a special thing, and I think some churches still do it now, and that made Christmas special for me.
So this is my son Jack, and one of my favorite memories growing up and now with Jack is that about a week before Christmas the elves come to our house and they leave candy canes on the tree, right? And they only do that if you're good during the day, and then they tell Santa about it. So each morning I would run down the stairs and count the candy canes and make sure I got one. And now one of my favorite things is to watch them go down the stairs and count the candy canes. And they do that every morning and get so excited, don't you? Yeah, and then you eat them.
Yeah, it's 3 times in a row.
I know. So that's our favorite memory.
Hey, my name is Michael Seward. My best Christmas memory is 6 years ago, my first year of being married to my wife. There was no hustle and bustle with Christmas. It was just us because we were out in El Paso, Texas. I was in the Army, and we just really got to get down to the true meaning of Christmas and spend some time together, read the story of the birth of our Savior, and just have some good quality time together.
Favorite Christmas was when I was a little girl coming up. I had to get me a pair of skates so I could go outside and skate down the hill, and then I had to get me a baby doll and a tea set so I could play inside. As long as I got that baby doll and tea set and my pair of skates, that was Christmas to me.
Childhood Christmas memory for me, December 1968, the year that my younger sister was born, 3.5 months old. My younger brother, who was 2 years younger than me, so that would have made us 11 and 9. Our dad came home for Christmas unexpectedly, had been serving in Vietnam. The first time he got to see his new baby daughter. Our best Christmas ever.
Hey, one of my favorite Christmas memories was when we actually bought gifts for a family who had nothing. And just the looks on the children's faces, and the mom was crying and everything. I've always had pretty good Christmases, so that was probably my favorite Christmas time. That was a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Now, I was probably 5 when my sisters Ganelle and Paul and I each received a little baby doll with clothes that were sewn completely by my mother. She made each one, I'll take this out, a christening gown with a slip, no less, a slip, and she sewed these on a machine that my father had given her, and the amount of detail that goes into each of these is amazing. My doll was thinner and had darker, straighter hair than my two sisters' dolls. And Christmas morning, my doll's hand got on the not the wood stove, it was a Siegler heater, the stove, and got burned. And I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. But even though now the clothes are old and they're damaged because we've put them on and washed them many different times, But the amount of detail that has gone into this speaks to me about all of the patience and love that my mother gave to us and the home that my parents provided for us.
One of my fondest Christmas memories would have to be with my mom and I on Christmas Eve. We would hop in her little car and go for miles and miles and share Christmas lights together and music and fun and love. And it meant so much to the two of us in more ways than one that I can explain now.
Okay, when I first got married, we were so poor and had no money. And every week I saved up a few dollars. And for Christmas, I bought my husband a really nice telescope. He was so thrilled. All the years we were married, he was never as thrilled over anything as he was that telescope.
When I was a kid, the whole family would go into the living room together as a family to unwrap presents. And one Christmas, we were getting ready to go into the living room, and my brother said, "I forgot to wrap my gifts." So we all had to stand in the hall and wait while Mark went and wrapped all of his presents. So the next year, we were on our way into the living room, and somebody said, "Remember last year when Mark forgot to wrap his presents?" And we all laughed, but I looked over at my brother, and he had this kind of look on his face, and you guessed it, we had to wait for him again to go and wrap his presents on Christmas morning.
My very favorite Christmas was probably a Christmas when I was, I think, 14. I grew up in the mountains in North Carolina, and they weren't predicting any snow, and I just couldn't imagine a green Christmas. And that night, when I went to bed, I just said a little prayer to God that maybe we could just have a little snow after hopefully He'd taken care of other people's Christmas wishes. And I woke up the next morning, and we went into the living room, and the curtains were closed, and my dad said, "Everybody look," and he opened the curtains, and it was the most beautiful, gently falling snow that I had ever seen. And we just stopped there opening presents and went out and took a family walk in the gently falling snow before we even ate Christmas breakfast. It was awesome.
Christmas to me is first and foremost about the birth of Christ. And when He came to this earth, He brought with Him peace and love and joy. And I've been very blessed to have a wonderful family, and we have a lot of good memories from baking cookies with my whole family and going out in the woods and getting our own old-timey cedar Christmas tree. We used to go out on our property and cut down our own tree, and just spending time with family and friends, and that's very important to me. That's probably the most important thing to me, is the time spent with close friends and family.
I just wanted to say that every Christmas is super special, and I'll always remember every single one of them. It's my favorite holiday of the year. I look forward to it every year and will continue to do so.
Hi, I'm Melissa. One of my favorite Christmas memories was when I was about 3. I had a dream about the 3 wise men riding their camels at night, and that dream was so vivid and real that it made a huge impression on me. So that year for Christmas, I really wanted a camel. And back then, it was not easy to find a camel, so my mom bought material, and she made a camel for me at night after I'd gone to bed. She worked on it, and she put button eyes on it and even put fake eyelashes on it. So it was a real labor of love, and I really loved that camel, and I still have it. And that was just part of my growing love for animals, which I still have today. And so these days I have my own camels, which are actually in the camel family. They are my llamas, and they're rescue llamas, and they look after my herd of goats.
So my favorite Christmas was last year, and it was my first year being out on my own and my first year being married. And I also got my very first Christmas tree, my real one. I was super excited about that. My daddy never let us have one. He always said they were going to burn down the house. So I got that, and then I remember last year when I first got it, me and my husband's little sister decorated the Christmas tree while my husband cooked in the kitchen for us. That was super fun. She was super excited. I liked it. And then, if anything, I think this year's going to be really great because it'll be my first year with my son. It's going to be his first Christmas, and he likes to smack the ornaments off the Christmas tree. he comes up and takes them off and like gets glitter all over his face and throws them around the house. I just can't wait to see what he does with the Christmas presents. I hope he like rips them open.
My memories of Christmas go back a long, long time. As a child of the Depression years, I remember when our Christmas tree was constructed with real candles. We lit candles because we had no electricity. And under the tree we had laid out white cotton, and then the nativity scene was spread out there with the figures made of celluloid, which is probably not known anymore. And then in later years, I remember Christmas, especially from my older brother Joe, who made me a sled. It was a totally wooden sled with my name on it, which was, I felt, very special. Joe and I were very close over the years. When he got out of the Army, where he was involved in the air surveillance, he and I took many trips to the planetarium in Pittsburgh and viewed the sky shows, and Joe seemed to know all the constellations, and so that sparked my interest in astronomy. And so here we are in Winston-Salem at the SciWorks planetarium, and I would say, my interest in astronomy to my brother Joe.
Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year.
So to everybody out there, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas from the Hudsons.
I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I hope that the people in my family that I can't be with will also have a very Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays and a wonderful 2015.
Hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone throughout the world.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, oh, oh.
But I'd like to wish everyone just a glorious Christmas season. Remember what we're celebrating, and that's the birth of Jesus Christ. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and God bless.
Everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I hope that each and every one of you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
So from my family, both animal and human, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays from the Langstons. May you be hit in the back of the head with a very slushy snowball which runs down the back of your shirt. Happy holidays.
I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
You and everyone in your family and all your friends, a very Merry Christmas, and keep in mind the origin and the purpose of Christmas in your minds and hearts. And also have a Happy New Year, 2015.
Have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Facilities Department wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And to everybody out there, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope you enjoy your holidays with your loved ones.
Hey, this is Christy. Merry Christmas from us all.
From all of us here at SciWorks to all of your family, happy holidays.
God bless us, everyone.
Wait, stop.
God bless us, everyone.
Michael.
God bless us, everyone.
No, that one's blurry.
Christy. Okay.
All right, Tiny Ty, let's go.
Okay.
Sorry.
God bless us, everyone.